This obviously comes at a sensitive time, not only for Southern California, but for the country.
Just how tense everything is right now and how high the stakes are.
It comes amid, obviously, a very tense situation on the ground in Los Angeles.
All of this comes amidst a very tense time.
The Democrats and the liberal media trying to tell everyone how sensitive and tense things are right now, while also ratcheting up their rhetoric.
Resistance to a president who is marching to monarchy.
This is the stuff of dictatorships. It is actually happening. A United States senator was manhandled, shoved to the ground, and cuffed.
There are petty, tin pot dictators, authoritarians, and strongmen around the world who will watch this video and be encouraged and think this is the way to silence their critics.
This is lawless behavior from this administration. This is what a dictatorship looks like.
And they're using this tense and sensitive time for an important reminder. Our democracy is crumbling.
How do you lose a democracy? How does one lose a democracy? This is how you lose a democracy.
Our democracy is lost. We are a democracy, but we can lose that democracy.
Fight for my colleague, fight for each other, fight for the Senate, and fight for our democracy.
This is an assault on our democracy.
This is millions of far left in the U.S. are expected to protest against Trump in No Kings protest tomorrow. Demonstrations at roughly 2,000 sites are planned. Let's welcome from House Oversight Congressman Tim Burchett. And Congressman, if Democrats and the media really think that these are volatile times, why are they pouring gasoline on the fire with the kinds of comments that you just heard that we played for our viewers?
The righteous indignation, ma'am, is political theater. It's clear that the far left is going to sacrifice all the moderate Democrats, if there are any left, on this altar of liberalism. They have lost complete track. This is an 80-20 issue, 80 on the side of America and 20 on the side of these radical liberals. Their polling data, they're just trying to preserve their own little far left base, and that's all this is, ma'am. That guy, he was a backbencher. I wouldn't have recognized him. If he'd come to my porch, I'd have probably called the police on him because I don't recognize him. Nobody knows who this guy is. Now they all do. It reminded me of a guy in high school I used to know. He'd always start the fights, the biggest guy in the room, and then he would look for the littlest guy in the room and tell him, hold me back, hold me back. And that's exactly what you're seeing right there. It is just, look at him. He's a big old guy, and he rushes up to a woman who has hundreds, if not thousands, of death threats on her. He does not have any credentials on him. He's not wearing a tie. It's not a Q&A session, and he knew exactly what he was doing, and he got the reaction that he was looking for. It was all staged. You saw the House members, again, rising up in their dadgum righteous indignation. They started yelling at us and telling us to change things. Well, I got news for them. America likes what's going on. They like seeing rapists, murderers, child traffickers, and the likes being thrown out of our country, being arrested. The far left loves that community, and they're losing control, and that's why America is responding as it is.
Well, no, and President Trump is carrying out the mandate that he was giving in November, and with the issue of democracy and that word being thrown around by the Democrats. You know, this started with Gavin Newsom several days ago with that 8.5-minute press conference where he was talking about, you know, that the fact that the National Guard and the Marines were coming in to protect the citizens of Los Angeles, which he refuses to do. But I digress. I do have some breaking news coming out of Israel. And I want to get your reaction to this. Dozens of missiles were launched by Iran and intercepted by the IDF, but Israeli officials now say at least 34 people have been injured. Some of these injuries, sir, are critical. I do want to get your reaction to the events that have played out today.
Iran should have no way, shape, form, or fashion have access to any nuclear weapons. Don't let the liberal media fool you. It's not for nuclear energy. They're sitting on the largest oil reserves in the world. They're an outlaw nation. and they're going to get put down. It's not going to happen by an invading force, I don't think. I think it's going to come within. There'll be regime change. And again, the Israeli intelligence show why they're the best in the world. They take out their top 3 leaders in a missile strike and their nuclear capabilities. They're the best in the world, man, and they just showed it. And America is clearly an ally with Israel.
No, what Mossad carried out is nothing short of just miraculous. And again, President Trump has said Iran does not need to have a nuclear weapon. We've got to stop that. Congressman Tim Burchett, it's always great to talk to you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Happy birthday, Army.
Go Army.